Welcome to Where There's a Will, There's a Play. My name's Ian. Today, we're rolling through the Redux Realms Guild of Merchant Explorers. Let's take a look and see how this realm works. Oh, and the green screen is not working because we got some green spaces on here. So, those spaces that you can see through are actually green. Um, let's see if I bring this over. Will that help? No? Okay, so we just need to know that some of these spaces are actually green. There we go. If I do that. So we're going to use the number to mark hexes adjacent to the middle city or to already marked hexes. So you see you have a middle city. So you're going to use a number, you're going to mark hexes next to the city to start, and then you can either mark it next to that city or any hexes you've already drawn. You may rotate the patterns and gain the benefits. Star hexes match all colors. So the star hexes are actually not a red, yellow, or green. They match all colors. If the symbol looks like this, they need to be adjacent. If they're overlapping, they don't. So if you roll a 1 or a 2, you can draw a single hex. You can mark a single hex of any color that's not the C. Okay, so that's what that means. You get a single hex. If you roll a 3 or a 4, you may either mark 2 adjacent hexes of any color, and they may be different colors. That's what the question marks means. So any colors. Or you may mark 2 C hexes, but they don't necessarily have to be adjacent. So you can mark them. You can mark one here and here if you want to work in different spots. And if you roll a 5 or a 6, you may either mark 3 adjacent hexes starting with a C. So the first one has to be a C, and the other 2 can be anything. They can also be C's if you want them to. Or you can mark 3 hexes, each of a different color. So 3 hexes of a different color, and they don't have to be adjacent. So you can see on the realm, things are either right next to each other, which means adjacent, or if they're on top, it means they're not adjacent, but they don't have to be adjacent. So let's get rolling. A 4 and a 5. 4 and 5. So I like the 5 because it gives me 3 hexes. 5 gives me 3 hexes. And there's a star here, star here. I do have to do either 3 different colors, or I have to start at a C and get 3 of the 3 anything. So we're going to go with this because I want to mark this, this. I'm going to mark those differently. I'm going to mark those a little differently here. I'm just going to do this. We're just going to go mark it, that one, and I got a coin. So those 3 are marked. They were adjacent. I used this one with the 5. So I had to start at a C, and then I can mark anything. I think that'll be good. A 3 and a 4. So my options for this are the same. I can either do any 2 adjacent hexes or any 2 C's. I'm not crazy about the C's right now. So I can do any 2 adjacent hexes. And I think I'm going to start working over here because I would like to get some more coins. Just in case. Yeah, I think that's a good strategy. I don't know. Newer realms don't really have much strategy on this one yet. 5 and a 6. So 5 and 6 is back to that. Starting with a C, you can go any 3, or you can do any 3 different colors. And remember, the star hexes match all colors. So we are going to, let's see. We're going to mark this heart. And then we are going to, so that matches all colors. So I guess that I have to count that as one And you have to use that as one of my 3 colors. So we're going to say that's the green. And then we're going to mark this and get this pumpkin. And they did not have to be adjacent. I just felt adjacency was good for that one. So I think with the star one, since they match any, I think if you use it as one, you have to mark 2 different things. Well, I guess I still have to mark 2 different things. I guess I could have gotten that star. Because that's any. So let's go back. Let's do this. So these really mark any. So that is 3. So let's get that star and get that star there. And we will get rid of that pumpkin. So I rolled a 3 and a 5. 1, 2, 3. Okay, I did write it down because that was the 5 and the 6 that I used. Okay, so the 3 and the 5. So I can mark 2 C's. They don't have to be adjacent, or 2 of anything that have to be adjacent. Or the 5 gives me this big option here again. Let's do the... I need to get over here to this star and over here to this star. But this, I like this. So we're going to do this. 1, 2, 3. I'm getting close to that star, and now I'm down near this star as well. So I used that 5. We're going to re-roll this one because it's cockeyed. 2 and a 4. All right, a 2 and a 4. So the 2. The 2 gives me any single color. And I'm not crazy about it. The 4 gives me any 2 adjacents or any 2 C's. So I'm going to do this. I'm going to mark this star, and I'm going to mark this C. Right? Any... Mark 2 adjacent hexes of any color. These may be different colors. I'm wondering, actually, if the C counts as a color. Because they specifically point out the C differently. It says 2 adjacent hexes of any color. I'm going to say that, yeah, the C, I think the C is probably a color. So I got that star. I'm going to say it is a color. I'm not 100% positive on that, but I would think it's a color. Unless the colors are really just these 3, because the C is kind of... Although if I look at the clarification for the rule for the 5 or 6, it says, or 3 hexes of different colors, grassland, desert, or mountain. So I'm going to say the C is not a different color. So that 4... Ooh. I don't really need C spaces. So we're just going to use the 2 then. And we're going to mark this because that's any color. Okay, so the colors are the green, yellow, and red. The C does not count towards the color. Is my interpretation of this card. Just based on the clarification in the compendium where it says 3 hexes each of a different color, and it signifies different colors as grassland, desert, mountain. It does not say C in that, so the colors are not the C. So a 1 and a 2. So I basically get to mark 1 space. That's not good. So let's mark this space. It gets me closer to this one over here. See, now I need some stuff with the C. Now I need... Oh, actually, I'm going to have to go around that C. Well, adjacent doesn't necessarily mean in a straight line. 5 and a 5. Oh, that is actually a good roll. That's actually a good roll. Because the 5 can allow me to do a C and 2 adjacent hexes. Well, this, and then this, and this are adjacent. Doesn't necessarily have to be in a straight line, just adjacent. Okay, so it got me that star. Let's see if we can get one more star in the next couple rounds here. What do I need? I need a 5 or a 6 again. Oh, how about a 5 and a 6? How about a 5 and a 6? So the 5 and 6 allows me to mark any 3 colors. So we're going to go 1, 2. I got a coin, which isn't going to do me a whole lot. Got that star. Excuse me. And I'm going to make it hopefully a little easier to get to this star because these don't have to be adjacent. I'm going to mark this up here. So then I marked a green, a red, and this can be any color, so that's a yellow. So now, a 5, a 6, a 3, or a 4? A 1 and a 5. All right, so once again, 3 of any color, so I mark a red. This can be any color. And then we'll just mark a yellow and get that heart. Well, there you have the Guild of Merchant Explorers realm. If you have any questions or comments on this realm, please leave them in the comment section below. And if you like this tutorial, please hit that like button up above. If you want to see the rest of the videos we post, please hit that subscribe button above so you know when we post new things. And if you want to see the remaining Rolling Through the Realms tutorials, please follow that link up above and you can see the rest of the ones I've done. Once again, this has been Where There's a Will, There's a Play. My name's Ian, and I'll see you next time at the table.